.2 mils is going to a fund to
Okay,
fund
got it,
special
got it.
stuff.
And it's my understanding that as soon as that was passed, the county council back then voted to bond out for the money all at once.
No.
For the life of it.
No.
$100 million.
No, that is incorrect. That is the Florida, the Volusia Forever Fund,
Okay, but
which was bonded.
You get what I'm getting at, right? That they
We bonded the Volusia Forever,
for
not
$100 million,
For $100
right?
million, yes.
To go to trails.
Not all to go to trails.
But how much was to go to trails?
A lot of it has gone to trails. We spent over $100 million on the trail system, but we use that money to also buy property, i.e. the Beck Ranch, the Leftwood property, sensitive areas. That's what that money is
Right.
used for.
With that said, Mr. Leputka, it's my understanding from talking to different county officials that there needs to be a significantly larger investment that we are no further along in completing these trails compared to the Seminoles and Orange counties and those places. Would you abandon it? Let me just finish, please. I'm sorry. I apologize for interrupting you. Would you stay the course with it, or would you say we have other priorities that are more pressing, like the roads, the bridges, and salaries for the deputies, for example, who are severely underpaid?
No, I wouldn't stop the trail progress at all. I think it's an enhancement to the community as a whole. On the west part of the county, the trails are almost complete, actually. You know, the spring to spring trails are just about there. We've got one that runs right through Orange City, and then we do our planning, our strategic planning with our parks in the city that connect with those trails. So you can work the trails and make it into the city at the same time.
Mr. Kelly, same question. Should we stay the course, like Mr. Leputka says, with the trails? Or do we have other more pressing issues like deputy salaries coming up to where Flagler, Seminole, and others are, roads that are deteriorating badly, and bridges even that need some repair?
I think it's a balance, and I think the problem is, or the issue is, you have money from different funds dedicated to particular things. And those funds are dedicated to certain issues, and the money dedicated that people voted on to do that for the trails should be there. Ormond Beach, we just completed, or in the final stages, completing our trail program, and the state has a policy where they're creating a trail from the entire state of Florida, for which there are grants, and if you have funding to match that, then you can get complete your trails at a much lower cost to people. And people are using the trails. Our daughter lived in Lake Mary. There's a trail that went behind her house, and people wanted to live as close as they could to access that point. And so people are using it. Maybe they'll get outside and stay off their computers and quit playing Pokemon Go or whatever that is, looking at little characters. Get used to being in shape, and it also is healthy.
Mr. Davis, the trails, would that be your priority, or would there other more pressing issues?
There actually are other pressing issues, and the way the budget works out now is we have set money set aside, and it's not a great deal of money. Maybe $1 million or $2 million a year that goes into the trail system. And every time we build a bridge, this is like a $6-8 million project. So we got to save up for 2-3 months or 2-3 years just to build that. We do use money out of ECHA, which is the county council's, it's their option to do. I'm not, people love the trails. I don't ride the trails. I went on the trails one time. I grew up here in Florida, folks. I walked through those swamps before there were trails. I lived on the other side of the river in Apopka, over by Wakanda. So, to me, it's just being home, so I don't use the trails, but, there are people that love it and they want to ride on it, walk on it, jog on it. Hey, rock on, have a great time. But it's going to take time, and we cannot subsidize more money to this project to just finish these trails when we have other more important things coming up in the very near future that we have to take care of.
Mr. Leputka.
Can I address that though?
Sure, please, go ahead.
The funds that are in there, in the ECHO fund, can't go to pay salaries for it.
Right.
No, they can't. That's correct.
So
but what I'm saying, when the program's money runs out and the trails aren't completed, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
In other words, it's in a vacuum now. They bonded at the beginning for a lot of it and other projects as well that were for that program, but they may not be finished with it when it runs
so
out.
let's be clear. There are money and grants there, and just because you have the design there doesn't mean you're going to get it. So we need to complete the design process of it, so, and then participate as cities and county and state level, so you can complete the trail. I'm not for taking money from a trail program. You can't. I mean, if you could take it to do this, you can't rob Peter to pay Paul. You have different funds that you have to take the money from, so I just want to make and you know that.
We gotta move on to some other things.
And I would just like to put one thing very, very clear. ECHO is not bonded money. We bonded for Forever Volusia, which we will be paying off in about 5-6 years.
Right, but what I was
I want to
trying,
clarify.
right, the point was is that they may not have enough money when the money runs out to complete the trails, and I don't think they're going to. Is that a fair statement, Mr. Davis?
You know what, unless there's a big boom somewhere, we're going to have to find another way to fund it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Mr. Leputka, you're a veteran mayor, city commission, city council, city commission, in our city. Okay, Ed Kelly, you veteran, municipal level. Jason Davis, obviously, you went through the pain of, in your 4 years of seeing where you try to build consensus with the cities and the county on something as simple as 25-cent bus fares increases for Votran among the poorest, the working poor. A lot of single family moms that have a waitressing job or whatever, and the cities were basically, that's your problem. And I believe now, is that a fair statement?
Well, actually, yeah, a lot of the cities just looked at us in that meeting and said.
Did they offer anything?
They also offered us a handshake as they walked out the door.
And they all wanted a CRA, right? A new CRA?
Yeah, everybody always wants a CRA.
Okay. With that said, Mr. Leputka, there's also another burning issue right now, which is what do we do with the Daytona predominantly homeless? Do we have homeless in DeLand? Basically, every community has homeless. Some of them are missing, some aren't. Where do you go with the homeless issue? Is it the county's responsibility? Is it the cities collectively? Not everybody wants to be on board with this thing. They're saying it's Daytona's problem. What do you say?
Well, it's not necessarily. The county and the cities, we share the responsibilities, and they're diverse. We just had a very interesting stakeholders meeting last week, and you may have been there. I don't know. There's a lot of people there.
No, I wasn't because of
about the Housing First
my health
model, but still Housing First requires some form of a shelter, so they can triage people through there.
I'm not talking about emergency shelter. I'm talking about.
But that it links it.
Right.
They're still one and the same.
Right.
And so, you know, the variables are certainly there. They're being talked about. The HUD money, which would come for Housing First, for example, but then there's an awful lot of rules and regulations associated with that. And it would not necessarily take care of a statistical larger number of people that may not qualify for that. So it's not the answer, it is one of many answers. So what's happening now in Daytona Beach, I think the Salvation Army has run out.
Yeah, I understand that, the hotels.
They're going to try the hotels. Where it goes after that, I do not know.
But my question to you is, if you become the county chair in January, do you think you'll be able to build consensus with 14 cities and 2 towns?
I do.
You do?
I absolutely do. I'm the guy that found Robert Marvin. I brought him into the county.
That's the consultant for the,
And that's exactly right. And
the
he was the
facility
first guy
on
I ever
jail.
saw that was at a conference. He was talking about homeless. Hadn't heard about it prior to that. So we engaged in a lengthy conversation afterwards. We invited him into the county. Ed was chairing VCOG at the time. We got him on the agenda.
Right.
We listened to him. We liked what he had to say because he was addressing the issue.
okay. And I don't mean to cut you off when we go to the coverage, you got this gentleman know. Mr. Kelly, again, Jason Davis, they were joking on the dais about we could pass the hat to them or do some kind of trade-off or something.
It was actually Doug Daniels that said, pass the hat around. Welcome to the Votran fundraiser, that's what he said.
If you're elected county chair, Ed Kelly, do you think you could, like Mr. Puckett says he thinks he can you build consensus among 14 cities and 2 towns?
Absolutely.
How?
Without a doubt.
How?
The same way we built consensus on working through the issues with the roundtable and VCOG, where we bring the issues up and discuss. And we arrive at we can't vote in the roundtable. It's not an item where we vote. But we will be transparent with the cities. Unlike the county when they came to us on the boat train and tried to throw us under the bus. And we asked them, yes, they want us to pay for ridership. We asked them how many people rode our buses. They said, well, we don't know, but the guy in Dallas gave an estimate based upon your economic indicators, how many people ride. And I said, I've got an app on my phone that can tell you exactly who's on bus 48 right now and how many people are on that bus. So tell me how many people. Same thing in the transportation. We asked them, where did the money go? No answer. We need to be transparent. We need to be upfront. We need to get all the information. And I will bring every city to the table to discuss. I won't be like when this offer was made by the mayor of Daytona to come and discuss the homeless issue. I would have sat right down there right then. I would have said to the city county manager, I said, let's sit down as mayors, elected officials, and let's discuss this issue. And I would have suggested that the county manager sit with the city managers and do exactly the same thing. Come to a consensus. We've got mouths talking about it, we've got eyes looking at it, we've got ears hearing it, we've got people walking, but nobody, no head to run it. And that's the difference. I can bring the leadership, the head, to bring it together.
Mr. Davis, your two counterparts here gave pretty strong presentations in terms of they believe they can get this done. And you were there on the dais, and if I recall correctly, you can tell me if I'm wrong, Jim Deneen, the county manager, said, look, we'll give them $4 million up front, whatever, to buy the property, when we finish, and then you can correct me if I'm wrong. But then we're out of it. We're not going to be stuck babysitting or having it dumped on us at the end because they can't get along with each other. Is that a correct statement?
It's very simply, actually, Josh Wagner bought $4 million and 10 acres. And here's the thing, you know, we
But didn't
brought,
Mr. Deneen say?
he said, yes,
put the
we
money
can do
up,
it, we can
and then
do
we're
it.
out?
And we can do that, we can.
Did he say, we'll put the money up and then we're out? Yes or no?
Can I finish?
Please, next question.
He said, we put $10 million up, we will give you the land, we'll help you with the infrastructure, and you own it.
$10 million before.
Or, I'm sorry,
$4
$4
million.
million. sorry.
But did he say then we're out of it?
Yes, he said, you
Okay.
own it,
All right,
we
thank
don't
you.
own it.
Thank you.
I don't
Is that a
think-
good, is that, no. Well, okay, I'll ask you the question.